Vincent Ho, all-weather meeting coming up on Wednesday night at Sha Tin. You've got XL Wongchoy in race 5, the trophy race. He's really found a home on the all-weather now, this horse, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's very consistent. Just need a race pan out well for him. Yeah.
He's going back in trip as well. It was 1,800 metres last time. I guess, is he a better horse over 1,650, or does all the trips come alike to him, do you think?
I think both he can handle. The 1650, hopefully the pace will be on a bit more than 18, and he will be more comfortable.
It does look like they might run along a bit. There are a few in there that can go forward. You're drawn 2 as well. Is that a good place for him on the all-weather to be?
Yeah, I think so. He jumped reasonably and normally had some speed as well.
You'll be pleased not to see Reliable Profit either side of his wins. He's run second to him, so no Reliable Profit to take you on this time. And I guess in your horse, you've got a leading chance in a race that probably does just fall away a little bit towards the lower end as well.
No, I think it stays on really, really strong. Just need something that have pace to bring him into the race and relax early part, and he always build up late, you know.
Hugh, a couple of nice rides, or some very nice rides for you coming up on Wednesday night's all-weather fixture. One of them being in race 6, Reliable Profit. He's won his last 3 races. You've been on board for a couple of those wins. He's certainly going the right way.
Yeah, he is. He's found his niche on the dirt. He's been, you know, obviously his last 3 wins have been great, and he's enjoying his racing. I've ridden him since his last win, and he's working well. So, yeah, I'd expect a similar performance to what we've seen.
Going back and reviewing the win last time here, I mean, it was a big effort from where he was drawn, especially. I mean, he certainly did some good work late, didn't he?
Well, the thing is, he actually likes to be out with a bit of room. So I suppose as an analyst, you think, oh, he's drawn wide, he's got to cover ground. But this horse actually appreciates the room. And he does look after himself in the run. And you've just got to trust that if he's happy, he'll finish strongly. So I'm not too deterred by the draw. And it suits his racing style. And, you know, if they don't go fast, he can go right up on the pace, and if they do go fast, well, I'll just give him a chance where he's comfortable and trust that he's going to finish strongly like he has his last 3 races.
He started winning off a mark in the mid-30s. Obviously, naturally, if you keep winning, you keep going up. He's up 7. Does he give you the feel of a horse that does have a bit more to offer?
He does, yes. You know, he's racing well. I don't get as involved in the rating bands as some other people, but you know, notwithstanding that. You know, the weight will catch up with them eventually, so they will find their mark. I'm certainly aware of that, but I think in this class he's proven that he's up to it, and with a bit extra weight, it shouldn't be the difference between running well and not running well.
Just finally, one horse that certainly was up to the mark is Mickley. Just sort of an overview of his performance from the weekend. He looked mightily impressive, certainly an exciting horse for sure.
He is. I was very impressed with his first up run. And then he franked that on the weekend with a solid win in the last race. And yeah, he's an exciting horse. Looking forward to you know, the new year. And you know, I can only see him continuing to develop.
Brenton, must go. One of your rides coming up at the all-weather meeting this Wednesday night. Good to see the John Size team back in form, and he's a horse that you've got plenty of form with.
Yeah, it's good to see John back. John's stable ticking over well. So. Always the way, isn't it? He gets a month or so in and they start rolling. But yeah, team's in form. Musco's been racing well. Tried him at 1650 there the other time, and he was okay. I reckon he would have been much better suited if he sort of drew in and was able to be comfortable. I'd say I'm not against him being at 1650. So back to 1200's fine. He's obviously got, you know, winning form at this trip, and I'm sure he'll race well again.
I was going to ask you, I mean, do you think, obviously, so in saying what you've just said, obviously, that could well be re-explored in time, perhaps going back up to 1650?
I wouldn't be against it, but that's completely up to John and the team. But yeah, things didn't work out well for us the other day. We sort of drew awkward. I rolled with him a little bit, had to work, and he's just not that sort of horse that can do that, especially first try at the trip. So there was, you know, this was probably the logical next race for him. He comes back here, and if you take that out, he's in good form.
When you look at these races, Brenton, I suppose from a jockey's point of view as well as being sort of a handicapper, if you will, he's just got rock solid all-weather form, hasn't he? This guy, he does love the surface.
Yeah, he loves the surface. He's obviously won Class 4 on it, and he's always raced well at Class 3. So, he always races well on it. He wasn't far behind. Self-improvement, obviously, the other day. He meets him again. So, I'm sure he'll run well.
And just going back to the weekend, obviously mentioning John's horse is in good form. So you were part of that 4-timer. The horse you won on down the straights, he's a handy type of horse. Won a decent race too.
Yeah, it's surprised it's taken him so long to win one. Always had a bit of an opinion of him and thought he'd take care of his maiden in Hong Kong pretty quickly. But to be fair, he ran into some good horses. I think Magic Control beat me first time when I was on him, and he's always raced well, and he got conditions to suit. I think the blinkers have really switched him on, and second try with him, he was able to get the job done and win in good style.
Hugh, the final race on Wednesday night's programme, you're going to ride Talent's Ambition. Just the one ride, it was a winning one last time, and he's a horse of decent standing on this surface, isn't he?
Yeah, he gave me a very good feel. I've ridden him. I haven't been on his back since his last win, but I did ride him a couple of times prior to that, just in work, and he's a really lovely horse. He's very genuine. He's a horse that obviously does his best work on the all-weather track, and this looks another ideal race for him.
I remember reading before his last start, or in fact maybe even 2 starts back. I mean, Mark's got sort of a lofty opinion of this horse, and I know he'd probably like to try and sort of transfer that all-weather form to the turf. Does he give you the feel of a horse who could certainly step forward as racing continues?
Well, yes, he does. I think I think we're far from seeing where his benchmark is. Whether he can transfer that to the turf is another story. Time will tell. But at the moment he's got the ideal sort of program to continue on the dirt, and so whatever that's there, I don't see any reason to change. But saying that, it's not up to me, is it? It's up to the trainer. But look, I think in the same class with a bit more weight, it's not going to deter his chances. He gave me a hell of a feel. He won with authority, and I would expect he will go out favourite again.